Right. Okay. You are able to hear me, right, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So in the last class, we discussed about the installation related, okay, errors, like what kind of errors, like where we can see the errors. And again, I'll recap it. Okay. So I'll show you the files, like what and all files we have to check in case of any installation failures, how to start troubleshooting and all. We'll also discuss We'll also discuss about the services once you install the SQL Server. How many services will be created internally in the Windows machine? And the folders. Yesterday we also discussed about the instance base directory, instance root directory, instance binaries. Okay. We also discuss about this, and I'll also show you how to change the service account. So yesterday while installing, we changed the service account, right? In case after installation, if you want to change the service account, how to change the service account. Okay. So these things will be discussed in this session, guys. Right. So as discussed in the previous session, so in case of any installation failures, generally where we will check, guys, any installation related errors and all, where we will check. Any idea? The first file. Mm, we actually discussed about three.
Summary.txt.
Yeah, very good. So we discussed about three files, or three places, we can say. Okay. So these are all the troubleshooting for installation, patching, remove patching, upgradation, and uninstallation failures. Okay. If any installation errors are there, if any patching errors are there, we can remove the patching. Don't worry what is patching, how to remove patching. I'll take care of it. Okay. So there is a separate session called patching. There we will discuss what is meant by upgradation. Okay. Uninstallation of SQL Server also will be discussed, how to uninstall the SQL Server and all. So in case of any installation related errors, any patching related errors, any remove patching related errors, any upgradation related errors, any uninstallation related, for all these five scenarios, the common troubleshooting steps are same. Okay. So first you have to check the summary.txt file. Okay. So where we can find the summary.txt file, generally at the end of the installation itself, you will get to know whether the installation is successful or failure. If installation is successful, how to validate whether the installation is successful, guys? First thing, all the components will show you green color check mark and it will show you succeeded. And in the below window, it will show you install successful. So that's how you can validate whether the installation is successful or not. And the second thing is, right, in case if the installation is failed, it can be all the components can be failed to install, or any few components can be failed to install. That also you'll get to know in the last screen. Okay. So if any of the components are failed, in the last screen you can see a red mark. Okay. Which component is failed and all, you can see a red mark in the last screen. On the same screen, try to recollect, on the same screen you will get one more option called summary.txt file. So whether the installation is fully successful or if it is failed, immediately you can see using that summary.txt file on that particular window. Okay. If not, if you are not able to see that summary.txt file, okay, that the same summary.txt file will present in the setup bootstrap folder. So how to go to setup bootstrap folder, guys? Go to your server, go to this PC, and then go to the C drive. Okay. C drive, and then program files, Microsoft SQL Server. So if you are installing any software, not only SQL Server, any software, it will create a folder with that software name in the C program files. If you go inside the folder, this is called instance dash directory, instance dash directory, instance base directory. Okay, till this part it will be instance base directory. And if you go inside the folder, naming folder, the instance folder. This is called instance dash directory,
Root
root
directory.
directory. Very good. Okay, this is called instance root directory. And if you go inside the numbering folders, okay, so what is this called?
Instance
Instance binaries.
binary.
Binaries. Okay, the numbering you can say binaries, and the instance name with version, it's an instance root directory, and then till Microsoft SQL Server, it's a base directory. So inside the binaries you can see setup bootstrap folder. If you want to see the installation status of 2019, which folder is related to 2019 here? Which folder is related to, belongs to 2019 here? In the
150.
numbering folders. Okay, 150. So when you install 150, remember when you install SQL 2019, during that you will also get 80, 90, 110 folders, because the base features, the setup files are still with the 80, 90, 110 folders. So by default you will get 80, 90, 110. So don't think if 80 is there means SQL Server 2000. Actually 80 means 2000. 90 means 2005. 110 means 2012. Okay, don't think 2000, 2005, 2012 installed in this machine. No, these three folders by default you will get it. Okay, even though you're installing 2014, even though you're installing 2017, even though you're installing 2016, 2019, 2022, by default you will get this 80, 90 folders and 110 folder. These three folders by default you will get it, because the base features are still with the same folder, the compatibilities and all. So by default you will get it. So by just looking this 150, 160, you will not get by default. If you install 2019, then only you will get 150. If you install 2022, then only you will get 160. Okay, so if you want to see 2019 related installation things, okay, you can go inside this 150 folder and then set a bootstrap folder. There you can see log folder. Inside that you can see summary folder, summary file, summary.txt. If you open this summary.txt, you can able to see whether the installation is successful or failed. See, final result passed. Final result passed means installation is successful. Even exit code also, exit code 0 also means represents installation is successful. If final result is failed, if exit code is other than 0, any value, that means your installation is failed. Is it clear, guys? If exit code is 0, that means your installation is successful. Other than 0, if you see any value, generally you can see some 3400, 3413 kind of number will be there. I'm just giving you a reference. It's not a fixed number. Any number will come. Okay. Other than 0, if you see any number here, that means your installation is failed, guys. Okay. And what is the requested action? Installation. If it is a patching, you can see patch. If it is an uninstallation, you can say uninstallation. If it is an upgradation, you can say upgradation. If it is a remove patching, it will show you remove patch. Like that, you can see the action here, guys. Okay, so what kind of components, what is the machine name, and which version you are installing, and of course, x64-bit, and what and all components, where is your setup file, which edition you are installing, which version you are installing, action. See, these are all kind of commands only. Action install, add user, add current users SQL admin false. So like that you can see some inputs. No need to remember all these things, guys. This is just a reference. Okay, these are all commands only. Actually, these are all commands only. Left side, these are all parameters. Okay, just for the reference. And if you go down, you can see in case if it is failed, so it will show you what and all components are successfully installed. See, this is your configuration file path. Okay, in this configuration file path the command will be there. Okay, configuration file.ini. C program files, Microsoft SQL Server 150, set a bootstrap log. Inside that, whenever you are installing a SQL Server, to imagine now if I am trying to install a SQL Server, today's date is 10/25, 25th October. So when I'm trying to install a SQL Server, once you open the setup file, okay, from the D drive, to install SQL Server. Once you open the setup file, when you click on install a standalone instance or add features to the existing installation, when you click on that option itself, immediately it will create a folder here. Where? In your binaries. Okay. You see program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Okay. In your binary, if it is 150, under the 150 it will create. If it is 160, I mean, if it is 2019, it will create under 150. In the setup bootstrap folder, in the log folder, it will create an entry here with the date and timestamp. See, yesterday, 24/10/2025. By 1925 means 725, we opened the setup file. And then same 720 we open 19/19/53. So it will create a folder when you are trying to install a SQL server. When you open itself, no matter whether it is successful or failed, whether you are continuing or whether you are canceling, that is different thing. When you open the setup file, okay, and when you select add install new SQL server standalone installation or add features, when you select that option, immediately it will create a log folder. This is actually a log folder with a date and timestamp. So by using this, you can able to identify when you install the SQL Server, because it is going to create yesterday 24/10/2025. In the same way, okay, today 25/10. If I open that setup file today, again it will create one more folder with the 25. Okay, 10. This is US time, guys. This is US time. I told you right in the beginning. While setting up the server, I just asked you to keep the same, okay, time like US time and all. So you can see here 25/10/2024. It will create one folder, and the time is now almost, okay, 1852, 1852, like that. It will create one folder. Okay. So inside that, automatically it will generate a summary.txt file. If you cancelled, it will show you user cancelled the action in the summary.txt file. Here it will show you user cancelled. In the beginning it will show you action cancelled, like that it will show you. Okay, final result action cancelled or user cancelled, like that it will show you. So you can see these are all the components that just installed. Okay, SQL engine means features. Features means SQL engine. Okay, means database engine, replication, full text, client tools connectivity, backward compatibility, client tools SDK, SQL client connectivity SDK. So these are all the features. Command. This is a command way of features, guys. Okay, to install SQL Server Database Engine, you have to write a command SQL Engine. To install replication feature, you have to write. No need to write now. I'm just giving you an idea. Just an idea. Okay, so like this you can see. In case if anything is failed, you can see if any components are failed, you can see here what and all components you installed, whether they are passed or failed. If they are passed, that means successfully installed. If they failed means that means it's failed to install. Like that you can see all the components almost full text, database engine, replication, browser, writer, and then shared features, client tools SDK, client connectivity SDK, SQL client connectivity SDK, SQL client connectivity. So you can see here all these components are successfully installed because the status is passed. If the status is failed, you can say the components are failed to install. Like that, you can able to identify whether successfully installed or failed. In case if any errors are there in the below section, you can see errors, warnings, and all. Okay, like this, you can able to see in the summary.txt file. Summary.txt file is very basic file. Okay, sometimes you are not able to get the enough information why it was failed and all. Sometimes it will show you, sometimes you will not get complete information why it was failed and all. So the second place is, what is the second place to find out the installation errors, guys? What is the second place?
Detail.
Detail.txt. For that, go
Detail.
inside the, for that, go inside the naming convention, that date and timestamp folder. See here, I told you that configuration file.ini. This is my command file. When you are installing, it will create, the setup file will create this file. The setup file will help to create this file, and when you click install button, this file will be copied into the command prompt, and then it will install the SQL Server components, guys. So if you go down, you can see here detail.txt. So your configuration file.ini also will be there in the, sometimes in the interviews they will ask you guys where we can find the summary.txt file, where we can find the configuration file, where we can find the detail.txt file. The answer is instance binaries, setup bootstrap folder. Inside that log folder and the date and timestamp folder, we can find all these things. So if you open this detailed file, it's a very big file. Okay, very big file. You can see here how big it is. So you can go down like that, like that. So it will log each and every action while installing, what and all files it is installing, what and all files it is copying, what and all binaries it is copying. Okay, some files, uh, actually when you are installing, the SQL setup file contains different types of files, .msi files, .msp files, .dll files, dynamic link library files, .rll files, resource link library files, .manifesto files. So these are all different extensions of the files will be copied. That's how SQL installation will begin, guys. Okay. So this is very big file. It is very difficult to find out the error here. So in case of any errors, okay, what you can do is simply you'll open this detail.txt file and you will use Control F. You can just type failed. You can check it. Failed or error. Don't think all failed things are failed things. I mean to say actual errors. See, this is error reporting. When you see enable error reporting, it's not an error. It's showing like error reporting. Enable error reporting. This is one of the option in SQL Server. It is going to enable the error reporting. So like that you should be able to search with the particular keyword, either failed or error, so that in case if there is a, imagine there is an error here but you are not getting clear information. Always remember one thing, when you are checking the logs, always check 10 to 20 lines above to that error and 10 to 20 lines below to that error, so that you will get an idea, okay, what's going on, all you will get an idea, at least you will get some hints. Okay, so based on that you should be able to troubleshoot, guys. So that is another second option. In case if you don't find enough information in the summary.txt file, you will open detail.txt file. And the third one is to find installation related errors. Okay, we have event viewer. Event viewer is in Windows machine logs, guys. Event viewer is an area, it will collect Windows machine related logs. So in the Windows machine, lot of applications will be there. So it will also collect all the logs related to all the applications that you installed in the Windows machine. So event viewer is an area which will help you to find out the machine related logs inside the machine, means server. What and all applications you installed. For every application, it will capture the information logs and all. It will help you to find out that, okay, errors and all using this event viewer. So how to open event viewer in your start button? Using event, you can just type event, you will get it. Okay, like this you will get it, or else there is a shortcut. This is event viewer, guys. There is a shortcut also, Windows run event vwr. Using this shortcut also you can able to open the event viewer, guys. See, this is how it look like, event viewer. So event viewer, inside the event viewer you have to go to Windows logs and you have to select application logs. So as I said, it don't show you only SQL related things, it will show you all the errors related to all the applications in this Windows machine. Okay, earlier we discussed it, right? So it's actually Windows logs. What and all applications you installed, it will capture information for all the applications. So SQL also you installed, right? So it will capture the information for SQL related errors also. So now if you see here, it is very difficult. Okay, you can see source, MS SQL, desktop, Windows Manager, security, SPP. You can see lot of things, right? So, and you can see this is information only. Okay, here you can see if any errors are there, it will show you errors. So better, as you cannot go through all the logs, and that too we need only SQL related logs, so we can filter it. So select the filter current log, and here if you want to filter only errors, you can select errors. Any critical information you want to filter, you can select critical information. And the source, what is the source? Okay, for us it will be MS SQL, right? So in the event source, select this event source, and then you can choose MS SQL. Some applications will load here. Let me show you, it is taking time to open. Filter current log, error. It will come in the drop down. Okay, let me type, maybe it is coming. Okay, so just even type source like that, you just type it, guys, MS SQL. So when you click OK, it will show you all the errors related to the MS SQL, guys. It will show you all the errors related to the MS SQL. Okay, so it is not responding. Why? event viewer, Windows logs, application logs, refresh, refresh. Okay, filter current error log, errors. First, let me check the errors, only errors. Click OK. You can see all the errors. But again, don't think these are related to SQL Server. You can see the source. In the source, can you see SQL Server, guys? Can you see SQL Server in the source?
No,
No.
sure.
No.
So we don't have any SQL related errors. Okay, so like that, if you want to filter only SQL related errors or information or any logs, critical pings and all, you can simply select the drop down like this. It will come. Why it is not loading? It is taking okay. Hmm. So here it will come, guys. Okay, like that it will in the drop down it will come MS SQL like that. If you type MS SQL server, so all the MS SQL related logs. Okay, you can see, and you can select what and all logs you want to select, and based on that you can able to identify. Okay, the SQL related error. So this is also one information. See, let me clear this error log, and let me cancel this filter, clear filter. Okay. See now if you see here like this, it will show you. Okay, information. This is just information. See, this it will show you for every instance related. See, B60 SQL Server. This is 2022. B60 means 2022. So like this, see, MS SQL dollar and the instance name. Okay, so this is just an information. Okay, you can see, and in the same way like this is also just an information. If it is any error is there, it will show you error here. If any warning is there, it will show you warning here. It is any critical issues, it will show you critical here. Like that, you can see some of the logs, guys. Okay, like if you go down, okay, simply you can see all the things. See, warnings will be like this. We don't have any SQL related warnings. Okay, a provider, SQL Server event provider, has been registered in Windows Management Instrument namespace. So this is used to local system account. The account is privileged and provider may cause a security violation. It does not correctly impersonate user requests. So like that you can able to see warnings, errors. So this is one of the area, okay, to find out the installation related errors. Not only installation, if SQL Server is not starting, you can come and check here. If SQL Server is stopped suddenly, you can come and check here why it's just stopped. Okay, in the source you have to choose MS SQL. That's it. If something went wrong in the SQL Server, you can come and check here. If patching is failed, you can come and check here. If uninstallation is failed, you can come and check here. If installation is failed, you can come and check here. Okay, so this is also one of the area that we will check in case of any installation failures and all, guys. Is it clear? The three areas. One is summary.txt. Second one is your detail.txt. Third one is your event, your application logs. Okay, based on all these things, you will get definitely will get a hint, guys. So why it was failed, why it is like having issue. Based on that hint, no one will tell you the correct error. Okay, in the softwares also, it will not show you the correct error, but it will give you some hints. Based on the hints, you can able to troubleshoot, and then you can able to fix the errors, guys. This is how we generally follow. Okay, clear, guys? Any questions, doubts so far, please?
What about event ID?
Event id it will
Yeah.
generate one event id for each and every action. Okay, so that is event id. We don't need any event ids and all. Okay, we need only whether it is from SQL server or not, first thing, and whether it is any error. Two things we have to know. So in case if it is any error, and if the source is from SQL server, in the below you can see the details. What is the error? Okay, event id, it will allocate a process to every error, every entry. So related to the processes in the Windows machine, everything will run as a process, right? For that process, it will allocate a event ID. So that is the event ID. We don't need that event ID information and all.
Yeah. Okay.
If any error is present, then how we
Depends.
We have to
See, depends.
uninstall.
No, no, no. It's not like we have to uninstall. It depends upon the error. Okay. For example, if service account, okay, password is expired or someone deleted the service account, SQL Server will not start. So SQL Server, once SQL Server is not started, it will just log everything here. So then you can come here and you can see the error. Maybe it will show you in the below section. It will show you the service account doesn't exist, or service account doesn't have permissions on the particular folder, or service account password is changed, or service account password is expired. I'm just giving you a reference of service account, just a reference. Like that it will show you clearly. So based on the error, see, sometimes installation can be failed due to missing MSA and MSP files. Okay, this will be discussed in the patching. There is a separate concept how to deal with the missing MSA and MSP files. What is MSA file? What is MSP file? Actually, these are all different files. When you install SQL Server, these files will be copied actually. .msi, .msp, okay, .dll, .rll. These are all the different files. .msi, .msp. In the entries also they will ask MSA and MSP missing errors. .dll, .rll, .manifest. Okay, these are all different files. .msi means Microsoft installer files. Microsoft installer files. .msp means Microsoft patch files. .dll means dynamic link library files. And RLL means resource link library files. These are just an examples. Like this, lot of files will be copied, guys, during the installation, during the patching. Okay, dot manifest files, like to initiate the particular installation. And also these, when you are installing SQL Server, means these files will be copied actually. Setup files, you know, right? These are the setup files. These files will be copied. Sometimes if any of the files are missed, your installation will be failed. So there are some common reasons why installation will be failed. If any missing files are there, or if you don't have enough permissions on the folders, on the directories, or any issue with the service account, okay, or service account password expire, or you are giving the wrong service account. So due to these reasons, there is a chance that installation can be failed. Okay, so based on the error, information, clear detail information will be there, right? So based on that particular information, you can able to see, you can able to find, and you can able to troubleshoot, guys. Okay, any other questions? If MSA MSP files are missing, how to troubleshoot, I'll tell you in the patching class. Okay, mainly while installing, very rarely you might get, but while patching, there is a chance to get MSA MSP files, missing MSA MSP files errors. So that time I'll highlight, okay, about this missing files. Right, okay. So now I'll show you like how to change the service account in case if you want to change the service account after the installation. Yesterday during the installation, we gave our own service account yesterday night, okay. Now in case installation is done, if you want to change the service account, how to change the service account, guys? So generally if you want to change the service account, okay, you can go to one tool called configuration manager. Okay, when you install SQL Server, automatically you will get this configuration manager. So if you want to open SQL Server 2019 configuration manager, you can go to 2019. You can see a red briefcase kind of thing. Or if you want to go to 2022, you can just see 2022. Or when you open the higher version configuration manager, it will show you all the lower versions SQL servers also. So if I open 2022, I can see 2019 servers also. Okay, let me open 2022 configuration manager. Or you can simply type SQL Server Configuration Manager in the Windows. Okay, automatically it will be populated. It will be highlighted. Right. Now you see here SQL services. Okay. Right. You see here. First, before changing the service account, let's discuss how many services that gets created when you install one SQL Server. Okay, let's discuss first. Where I can see the services, remember, when you install any software in the Windows machine, as per the Windows architecture, any software, the software will run as a service in the backend. Okay, any software when you install, that particular software will run as a service. So when you install SQL Server also, few services will be created and those services will run in the backend. Then only SQL Server will be up and running. So to see all the services of the Windows machine, we have an option called services.msc, or simply you can type services in the Windows button. Okay, services, like this you will get it. Or there is a shortcut services.msc. Okay, services.msc. So when you open the services.msc, you can see all the services, not only SQL related. As I said, it will show you all the backend related services. If you install any application, the application related services, everything it will show you. So these are all different services if you see. Okay, so you can see almost, we don't know how many, but many services you can see. Okay, right. So now, in case you want to see only SQL related services, okay, inside that SQL related services, so what you can do, select any service, make sure these services names, okay, in the alphabetical order, like see here, A to Z, A to Z, A, B, services starts with A, services starts with B, C, like that. Make sure they are in alphabetical order. If not, just click on the name, automatically it will come under alphabetical order. Okay. Now select any service and type yes. Okay, when you type yes, you can see all the services, okay, that starts with yes. See, I just typed yes, I can see all the services that starts with yes. Here you can see lot of services starts with S, but we need only SQL services. See here, you can see here, right? So SQL full text, you just carefully you just observe, guys. You can see same service, you can see multiple times, okay? SQL full text for, actually, as there are two services with the same name, in the brackets it will differentiate with the what instance belongs to. Okay, it belongs to, this full text belongs to B60 instance, this full text belongs to MS SQL Server default instance. What is meant by MS SQL Server, guys? What is meant by MS SQL Server?
Default instance.
Default instance.
Right, it's a default instance. I told you, right, while connecting only will give computer name. Remaining in other cases like services, folders and all, it will show you MS SQL Server only. So if you see MS SQL Server, you can easily identify that, okay, this service belongs to default instance, this folder belongs to default instance, like that you can able to identify. Now SQL Server, see, this is the main service, guys. SQL Server in the brackets instance, the database engine we installed, right? So when you install database engine, this service will be installed. This is the main heart of the SQL Server. If this service is down, the whole SQL Server will be down. If any of the other services are down, it's okay, SQL Server will be up and running. But if this service is down, the whole instance is down. Okay, the databases will be down, the application will be down, everything will be down. This is very important service. So, and agent service will be used for the automation. Agent will be used for the automation like jobs, maintenance plans and all. And browser service, I'll tell you what is this browser service. And CEIP service, Customer Experience Improvement Program. CEIP means Customer Experience Improvement Program. This is a kind of a, what I can say, just a review kind of thing. Microsoft will keep checking any expert customer experience improvement programs are there, okay? And VSS writer. How many services you can see total? Total how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now in these services, some of the services are specific services, some of the services are shared services. Can anyone tell me which one is specific, which one is shared, guys? Out of these 10 services, you can see around 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 services. Out of these 10 services, how many are specific, how many are shared? Can anyone guess? Easy, that is easy.
For specific in the bracket name is mentioned.
Very good, very good. In your, if you are staying in a PG, again the same PG example, if any things are belongs to you, there will be name. For example, normally books, you can see that is your specific book. Okay, name will be there. I mean to say something mark will be there. So specific services means if you see any name in the brackets, that is your specific service. Shared means you don't find any names. Okay, that means they will exist only once for the whole Windows machine. These services will exist for the one copy for per instance. These services will exist each copy per instance, whereas shared services will be exist one copy for the whole Windows machine. Even though you installed one instance, only one browser will be there, service will be there. Even though you installed two instances, the same browser, first time it will be installed, right? The same browser will be there. Even though you installed 50 instances in that machine, but SQL Server browser service will be only one because it's a shared service. In the same way, VSS Writer also, it's a shared service. Only one copy will exist for the whole Windows machine, whereas specific services will exist each copy per the instance. Okay, so now let's break down. Okay, services that gets created when we install the SQL Server. Guys, this is also changed a little bit actually. Earlier we used to get, okay, minimum 6 services. Now it was changed to 5 services. Slowly they just removed, like they are just removing one service and they are adding another service, like that, just modified. So previous versions, if you go, maybe you can see one extra service. Okay, previous versions, if you go like 2012, 28, 2008 and all, you can see one extra service. So for every SQL Server, database engine is main, guys. Okay, this is the main service, SQL Server. In the brackets, instance name will be there. This is one service. Okay, there are two types of services. One is specific services. Second one is shared services. Okay, under specific, what and all things you will get it, I'll tell you. Shared services. Under specific, you will get a first SQL Server instance name. Then the second one is SQL Server agent service. Again, instance name will be there. Then full text. Again, instance name will be there. Then CEIP service. Customer Experience Improvement Program service. Okay, instance name will be there. The CAP you don't find in the previous versions, like in 2012 and all, you don't find this CAP service. Okay, they just added from 2017, 19, like that only. So these four are specific services, guys. These four are specific services. Okay, guys, is it clear? Means if you install one SQL server, these four specific services will be created. If you install second SQL server, again with that particular name, four more will be added. Okay, apart from these four, when you install SQL Server for the first time, four and how will be installed, and then two shared services will be installed. What are those two shared services? Browser service. Second one is VSS Writer. So when you install SQL Server for the first time, how many services you will get, guys? How many services you will get for the first time? Total. For the first time when you install SQL Server, how many services that gets created?
10, sir.
Mm, For the single instance for the first time, you can see answer on the screen itself.
Six.
6 for a single instance, 4 specific, 2 shared. Total how many? 4 plus 2,
Six.
6
Six.
services.
Seven.
Okay, when you install SQL Server for the first time, you will get these 6 services. Next time, how many will be added? Can anyone guess?
4.
4 will
Oh,
be added, okay, because shared will not be created again. Shared itself, it should be shared among the instances. So next time when you are installing 4 will be added. What are those 4 services? Again, SQL Server for the particular instance, agent service for the particular instance, full text service for the particular instance, and CEIP service for the particular instance. Is it clear? Everyone, how many services gets created when you install SQL Server? Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, if it is clear, I'll ask one question. Okay, let me open this chart window. Don't tell your answers, just type your answers in the chart. Okay, so if I install 6 SQL servers, total how many services I can see? Type your answers in the chart. 6 SQL servers. If I install 6 SQL servers in the Windows machine, total how many services I can see? Quickly type your answers in the chat. Total, I'm asking total how many services I can see. Okay, only 9 people responded. What about others? You know basic mathematics, right? And you are simply sleeping. Okay, so Ashok 24, Raj 26, Prajna 26, 26, 26, Sai Sri, Nagesh 26, Saik, Sheikh 26, Chanakya 26, Subhas 26, Apsar 26, to specific, and Leena 24. Why Leena you have again added 2? Right, okay. So good guys. So the answer is 26, okay. 4 specific and 2 shared, total 6 for the first time. Next time 4 will be added for each and every instance. So there is a formula for this, simple formula, okay. 4n plus 2, 4n plus 2 to find out the number of services that get created when you install SQL Server. So 4n plus 2, 4n means what? Number of instances. Okay. Here n means number of instances. So next time you can easily calculate. Okay. If I said 10 instances, if I installed total, how many services I can see? 10 instances. If I installed 10 instances in this Windows machine, total how many services? 4n plus
42.
2,
42.
42.
4 into 10, 40 plus 2, 42. In the same way, you can able to calculate easily, guys. Okay. This is how the services will be managed. And as I said, out of these services, the SQL Server is very important service. The SQL Server is main service. If this service is, you can see the status here. Okay, whether the service is up and running or not. Out of 10 services, only few services are up and running, guys. If you see, some of the services are not running. See, SQL Server for B60 instance is up and running. SQL Server for default instance is up and running. Full text is also up and running. But agent is not up and running. For one of the instance it is running, but for default instance it's not running. If any of the service is not running, you can start from here. Okay, you can see a start button, right? Select the service and start. Or right click the service and you can start. If you want to stop it, if you want to start it, if you want to restart the service, we will do it on a regular basis. Okay, so if you want to stop the service, right click and you can stop the service. Okay, it will be like this, it will be stopped. If you want to start the service, again right click and you can start the service. Okay, and you can also see restart button. If you restart, it will be stopped and restarted. See, select the service. Here also you can see restart button, stop, pause, restart. If you want to restart, you can right click and you can simply restart. In this way you can able to restart the SQL Server, guys. Okay, so sometimes we have to restart the SQL Server. So this is how we will restart the SQL Server. And if you see here logon as section, your logon as section contains your service account. See, for a named instance, I gave my own service account. I gave my own service account, customized service account. For default instance, you see NT service, you can see. Okay, guys, the logon as section represents what? Service account. So if you want to change the service account of this instance, for example, for default instance, double click on the service, go to logon section, and you can see this account. You can change it in two ways. One is through services.msc, another one is through configuration manager. In any way you can do it. Okay, now you see here services.msc, this account is there, right? This is my service account. Actually I want to change it. Browse. So I created a service account, right? I'll give the same service account, SQL underscore PRD underscore SVC underscore ACT. Okay, check names, right? You will get the name. If you give the wrong name, you will not get like this. Click OK, and then you have to give the password here. The password I gave, right? It's not a new password. While creating this account in the Windows machine, I gave one password. That password I have to give here. If you give wrong password, it will not start, guys. Okay, 1 2 3. See, wantedly I'm just giving 1 2 3 4 wantedly to find the logs and all. Okay, wantedly I'm giving the password, wrong password. See how it will be stopped. It is currently up and running. If you see it is running, right? I'm just applying now. So now you gave the wrong password. Will not see, it is simply saying it will not take effect until you restart the server. Okay, let's restart. SQL Server, not the Windows machine. Let's restart. I changed the service account. Earlier, if you see NT service is there, now I change it to customized service account. Now I'm just trying to restart. Before that, let's refresh it first. Okay, now you just restart, guys. Right click, restart. See, Windows could not start the service on local computer. The service did not start due to logon failure. Logon failure, it is clearly saying. See, earlier it was just running, now it is just stopped, guys. You are not able to start this. How to find? Wantedly I just did this one, but you don't know, right, what is the error and all. Where we can find the error for now, for this issue, where we can find the error?
Event viewer.
Event.
Event viewer.
Only in the event viewer. Okay, so go to event viewer, and then this is your event viewer icon. Go to this. By this time it's already logged. Just refresh it. You can see error. Okay, so this is one of the error, and cannot open the file. This is one of the error, and this you can see information. SQL was stopped, trace was stopped due to server shutdown. Okay, just go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. You can see errors. Warning, logon error will be there. Okay, logon. It's not actually, filter is not working. If filter is working, we can able to find easily. Here you should be able to get the source. Okay, if you type MS SQL, you should be able to get it. Okay, let me filter using only errors. Close this. Event viewer. Windows, and then application. Okay, filter current log. Let me search only with the errors. Still not capturing, it is taking time. Okay, so here you can see here, actually, I mean, if it is capturing, it will show you error, and here it will show you the source as MS SQL. Now it is the issue with the MS SQL server, right? Default instance, right? It will show you the MS SQL server here, which instance is actually creating the problem. So like that you can able to find out. Okay, based on that it will show you the logon failure. It will clearly show you the password error also. Okay, it will clearly show you. Let me try restarting multiple times. Maybe that time it will capture. Let me try that one. Windows could not start. Okay. See error 1069. Okay, the service did not start due to logon. Logon failure means for sure it will be service account issue only. Okay, let me go back and check here whether it is stopped or not. It is stopped here. Okay, so now let me check whether it is able to get the details. It is still not. It is taking time. Okay, fine, no issues. Right, so it will show you like this, guys. Okay, so in such scenario what you can do.
Hello,
Yes,
can we check in system, Shanuk?
what is that?
Under system. Can we check this error under system?
System here.
Yeah.
Here also it will show you like that one. Let me try filtering. (7:31) server time, right? These are all related to service control manager. Okay, you can see here it's not actually showing like this one. Okay, what is that? MS SQL server. It is showing like service control manager. So if you see here, okay, yeah, see here. The MS SQL Server service was unable to log on. See, this is the service account with currently configured password due to the following error. The user name or password is incorrect. Okay, you can see here. Clearly it is showing, okay, the user name or password is incorrect. So in this way you can able to find out. Generally it will show you in the application logs only. Okay, there it will show you the source MS SQL server, and in case if there is an issue, okay, maybe you can even try with the system also. The MS SQL service was not like the error will be like clearly it will show you like what is the error, what is the problem, and also it is clearly saying that SQL server prod service account, whatever account we are using, with the currently configured password due to the following error, the username or password is incorrect. Okay, thank you, Sonali. So in this way you can able to find out, okay, what is the exact error. And also now if you go to this, now you got the information. This is a password mismatch issue. Okay, double click on the service again, go to logon section, and then just give the same password. Okay, we gave the password right while creating this account, so you can able to just apply it, the new password, and click OK. Last time you are not able to start, right? Now you just start it. So in this way you can able to start the service. This time it will start, guys. Because when you gave the password, this account is trying to log in to touch one of the files. Okay, those are called master files. This master files will be there in the C drive program files. Okay, if the password itself is wrong, it cannot enter into the folder, it cannot touch those system files, so it cannot start the SQL server. So in this way you can able to troubleshoot using the event viewer, guys. Clear how to change the service account, how to check the errors in the event viewer? Is it clear, guys, everyone?
Yes.
So from your configuration manager also you can try changing the service account. Okay, this is your configuration manager. In the configuration manager you don't see all the services, guys. You can see only these services. Okay, so you can see SQL Server service. Okay, and then SQL Server service for default instance, named instance, and the full text service, agent service for both, and then browser service. We don't see VSS writer and all here. Okay, so now you can see here the service account. If you want to change from the configuration manager, you can also change it by just double clicking. Again, logon section. Again, same this account, browse. Whatever account you want to give, you can give the account name and give the username and password. Same like that, just interface will be changed. Little change will be there, interface and all. Concept is same. In this way, you can either change from the services.msc or you can change it from the, okay, what is that? Configuration manager, guys. This is how generally we can change the service account after the installation. During the installation, you can give the direct service account. After installation, if you want to change, maybe after 1 year, 2 years, if you want to change the service account, this is how we can change the service account, guys. Clear? Any questions, doubts so far? Right. Okay, fine. So yesterday we actually installed the management studio, right? So let me open that management studio, guys. Let me connect to the instances. We installed two instances. So let me open the manage. Once you install the SSMS in the Windows, we can see one folder will be created with that particular SSMS version, Microsoft SQL Server Tools. Just click on that and you can see the management studio. Either you can open like this, or in the Windows button you can simply type management studio or management or studio or SQL Server. Like that, if you type, you will get a combination. Okay, management studio. Earlier we used to have a, this is how you can search. Earlier we used to have a shortcut SSMS. Okay, but for the new versions SSMS shortcut will not work. Okay, earlier generally for the older versions 2016, 2014, 12, 2008, 8 or to 2008, yeah, up to 2008. There is a shortcut called SSMS. In the run, you can simply type SSMS, it will open. Whereas latest versions, the shortcut is changed, I guess. SS will work or something will work, SS or SSMS. But there is no shortcut, I guess, for the latest versions. It is not taking. So you can either search here in the start button, you can search SSMS. Okay, like that. In the start button itself, you can directly search. In the start button, if you search SSMS, you will get the management studio SSMS. Like this, you can get it. In the run, you will not get it. Okay. In the start, if you type SSMS, you will get this SSMS, guys. This is how you can able to open management studio. So as I said earlier, SSMS is a tool. Using this tool, what we can do, guys? Using this tool, what we can do?
Connect to
Connect
SQL
SQL
Server.
Server.
You can able to connect to the SQL Server. Okay. So now I just opened SSMS. So here, this is how the interface will be. As I said, SQL Server will be used to store the data, to process the data, to retrieve the data. To do all these things, we need one component called dash, who will do all these things: storing, processing, retrieving.
SQL Server.
Database engine. Okay, database engine. And using SQL Server, we can also analyze the data. We can also integrate the data. We can also generate the reports. So those are called SSIS, SSRS, SSAS. If you want to connect to those components, you can select this one. If you want to connect to analysis services, a business intelligence like a business analyst will connect to analysis services. He will connect to SSIS. He will connect to SSRS. So if you want to connect to other components, you can select the other components, analysis services, reporting services. But we didn't install, right? So we cannot connect nowadays. Now we can only connect to database engine because our main work as a DBA, our main work will be there on the database engine only. So server type will be always database engine. Don't change anything. By default, it will be database engine. Now there are actually two instances. Okay, let me connect to both of the instances. First, let's connect to the default instance. So default instance means what? Which name it will take while connecting? Which name it will take, guys?
As a computer.
Server name.
Server.
Server name.
Computer name. Okay, computer name. So you can see here. Or else if you don't know, if it is not showing here, you can just click on browse for more. Just expand the database engine. You can see what and all instances installed in this machine. No need to go to services.msc. Directly you can go to SSMS and you can just click on the browse for more and you can just select the database engine. If you have two instances, you can see those two entries here. Names. Three instances, three entries you can see. Five instances, five entries you can see with the names. So I want to connect to default instance. See, this is default instance computer name and this is the named instance. What is the difference between default instance, named instance, connecting wise? Default instance will take the computer name, whereas named instance will take computer name backslash named instance name. You cannot directly give B60 SQL Server in which machine this is installed. So the machine name backslash, this is how we'll connect to named instance, guys. If you see backslash in the named instance name, if you see backslash in the instance name, it's a named instance. Blindly, you can remember that one. If you see a backslash in the instance name, it's actually a named instance. If you don't see any backslash, you just see only computer name, it's a default instance. So select the default instance and then just click OK and then just I just selected the server name. Now authentication type. There are different modes of authentication, mainly Windows authentication, SQL authentication. What is the difference between these two will be discussed in the security concept. Okay, don't worry about it. Clearly we'll discuss. Okay, authentication type, Windows authentication. Keep it as it is. Generally we'll use Windows authentication only. Now, encryption, this is actually connection security related, certificate related things. Earlier we don't have this option. In the latest versions we have this certificate related things. So you have to select a trust server certificate. Either if it is mandatory, trust server certificate. Otherwise you can also change it to optional. Anything will work. If it is optional, no need to select this one. If it is mandatory, select this one. Trust server certificate. Okay, so I'm just selecting trust server certificate. So and then just click connect, guys. Click connect. In this way, you can able to connect to the SQL server. Okay, so just expand this. Right, okay. So now if you see, I just connected to the default instance. Okay, so in the SSMS, when you open SSMS, automatically the connection box will come. In the connection box, you will give the server name or whatever you want to, like either you want to connect to the server or you want to connect to some other components like SSIS, RSAS and all. You can give the component type, server type and all, and based on that you can connect. Once you connected successfully, you can see that instance in the left side called Object Explorer. There is a option called Object Explorer in the Management Studio. Object Explorer, guys, in the SQL Server, everything will call it as an object. In general, we'll call everything as an object. Your database is an object. Your table is an object. Your index is an object. And all the features you can refer as an object. So in SQL Server, everything will call it as an object in general. So we will explore it. We will explore it. That's why this is called Object Explorer. Okay, that's why this is called Object Explorer. So like that, this is Polybase. We didn't install Polybase feature. That's why we are getting the error. Like that, we didn't install Always On. That's why we'll get the error. So some of the features will work. Some of the features will not work. So I just explored, right? I just opened, right? Expanded. So you can see there are different objects inside each and every object. Under databases, again, we have two folders. Under security, again, we have five folders. Under service server objects, we have again four folders. Replication, two folders, like that. Based on our requirement, generally you can see different folders, guys. Okay, right. And this is your agent. Actually, agent is showing disabled. It's not running. If it is running, generally it will show you a play button here. See, I'll explain. So now if I refresh, whatever I just expanded, it will be again, it will be back to its state. Okay, no need to again click on minus button and all. Simply refresh. So refresh is very important button. Very important button. Whatever you do in the SQL server, always you do a refresh. For example, you created a table. Immediately it will not show you. Once you refresh, then only it will show you. You created an object, it will not show you immediately. You have to refresh it. So it's always good to refresh. Refresh will not cause any impact. You can do n number of times. If you are free, you can do n number of times. I mean, if you don't have work and all, you can keep on doing refresh. Nothing will happen to the server. Just a refresh, like in Windows we have right click refresh, right, like that. And this is your connect button. Again, if you want to connect to another server, again you can use this connect button, or this is the same connect button, shortcut button. Click on directly to connect to the database engine. Click on connect button. See, this time I'll connect to the named instance. This is my named instance name, computer name. Remember, named instance name will be prefixed with computer name. Without computer name, I cannot connect to named instance. So computer name backslash your instance name, and again click connect. So in this way, you can able to connect to the SQL Server, guys. Clear? Any questions, doubts? No questions? Are we good?
Yes.
If I want to disconnect the instance, if my work is there, I'll connect to the instance. I will do my work. I'll create some objects. Maybe based on my requirements, I'll do my work. If my work is completed, I can simply disconnect, guys. Disconnect means it will disappear from the SSMS. That's it. Disconnect will not stop the SQL server. Okay, disconnect will not stop the SQL server. It will simply disappear from the SSMS. Again, if you want to connect, again connect button, again just select the server name and again you can connect. Just connect and disconnect. If you have work, you will connect to the instance. If you don't have work, you will simply disconnect from the instance. This disconnect is different, the server disconnect is different. Okay, are you getting the point, guys? This disconnect is different. It will just disconnect the instance. The server disconnect, you see here the cross mark. This disconnect is different. If you select this disconnect and if you click OK, the whole server will be disconnected. Okay, you cannot see anything. So in this way you can able to manage connect and disconnect, guys. Okay, right. So now you see here both are same. What is the difference between these two, guys? Can anyone tell me? There are 2-3 differences are there between these two. Can you guess what are those differences?
One is default instance, one is name
Very
instance.
good. One is default
First
and name
one is a
instance.
2090 SQL,
Very
and
good.
second one is 2022.
Very good. Very nice. Next. Next, one more is there. It's already highlighted.
SQL agent is not
Involve
running.
SQL is disabled.
Yes. In the 2019, it was disabled. In the 2022, it was up and running. So, how to check whether any service is up and running here? Okay, if you see here, guys, first of all, one thing that if SQL server is up and running, then only I can connect here. See, wantedly, I'm going to stop the SQL server. Okay, go to services.msc. Wantedly, I'm stopping. Okay, I'm just stopping this default instance. Okay, stop or right click stop also will work. Now it is not running. Now the default instance is not running. Now can I connect to the default instance now? I'll disconnect. Earlier I already connected. If you are trying to do anything, it will not work actually. See here. See, it will not work actually. It is showing connected only, but when you are trying to expand, it is trying to call the service, but the service is in stopped state. So it cannot connect to the server. So it will throw an error. Now you see, you will get a big error. And also you see here a red mark, a red color stop mark. See if it is up and running, it will show you play button. You can see here the named instance is up and running. Okay, and it will it is you can see here it is a play button and it is just showing like play button. If it is showing a play button kind of thing, it's up and running, green color. If it is like this red color, okay, it means it was stopped. Actually, why it was able to expand, because of the catchy. So now just try to refresh it, guys. Now try to refresh it. When you are trying to refresh, it will send one query to this instance and that query will run to refresh, but the instance is actually in stopped state, so it cannot run the query. Now it will throw you the error. See here, you will get the error now. And this is how you can differentiate whether instance is up and running or not. If it is up and running, play button you can see. If it is not running, you can see a stop button, like red color stop button. See, an exception occurred while executing the transact SQL statement. You remember in the beginning we discussed the statements that we will use in the MS SQL server, T-SQL statements. Okay, the commands. T-SQL means transact SQL. An exception occurred while executing a transact SQL statement or batch. The connection is broken and recovery is not possible. The client driver attempted to recover the connection one or more times and all attempts failed. Increase the value of connection retry count to increase the number of recovery. It will not start even though you increase, because SQL server is in stopped state. See, one more big error. A network related instance or instance specific error occurred while establishing a connection to SQL server. The server was not found or was not accessible. Verify that the instance name is correct and the SQL server is configured to allow remote connections and could not connect. could not open a connection to SQL Server. See, this much big error you will get it because the SQL Server is not running. Okay. So now again, if I start, it will come. And again, let me connect to the same default instance. Okay. As it is not running, let me connect and let me show you what error you will get it. This time I'm connecting to the default instance. See, here you will get it like this. A network related instance specific. We just seen this error. Okay, just now. So like this you will get it. So when you will get this error, guys, a network related or instance specific error occurred while establishing connection to SQL Server. Server was not found. You can see the reasons here. When you will get this error, the server was not found or was not accessible. Verify the instance name is correct. Means you will get this error in 2-3 scenarios. One is, can you guess what is the first scenario?
Your service is
Services are not running.
Service is not running, you will get the same error. Second one is, if the servers was not found, means due to some network issues and all, if the server was not found, you will get the same error. And if you give the wrong server name, you will get the same error. See, instance name is correct. Okay, and SQL is configured to allow remote connections. This I'll show you where to check the remote connections and all. So in these 3-4 scenarios, you will get the same error. One is, if you give the wrong instance name, you will get the same error. Second one is, if the service is stopped, you will get the same error. Third one is, if the server doesn't exist, in such scenario also you will get the same error, guys, and any remote connection issues and all. So this is how we can able to understand. And to fix it, what you can do it, just once you got that error, you will go and check whether SQL server is up and running or not. It will show you not running, so simply you will start the SQL service. So automatically SQL server will start. Once it started, again you can able to connect to the SQL server in the SSMS, guys. Now again I am trying to connect. Now this time I am able to connect. Earlier you can see play button, stop button, right? Now you can see stop button. It is still showing stopped, but see here immediately it was changed to green color play button. Okay, so this is how you can also start, stop, and restart from SSMS. Also, right click, you can restart the SQL server not only from services.msc, from SSMS also you can do the same thing. Okay, see the agent is stopped, right? Let me start the agent. You will get a message like this. Are you sure you want to start the service agent? Yes, I want to start. So in this way, you can start and stop the services from either services.msc or configuration manager or from SSMS, guys. Is it clear, everyone? How to manage? Even you can also start, stop the services from command prompt also. Net start MS SQL server, net stop MS SQL server. You can use these commands also to manage. Okay, start, stop, and restart the services from the command prompt. Okay, clear, guys? If I want to stop from the command prompt, let me show you one command, simple command. Okay, cmd. I want to stop the default instance again. Net stop MS SQL server. The default instance name is MS SQL server, right? It is asking SQL server agent also you want me to stop? Yes, just type yes, Y, and then hit enter. It is stopping the service now. Both. Okay. First it is stopping agent service of MS SQL. Then it is stopping the main service of MS SQL. See, successfully stopped. The SQL Server service was successfully stopped. See, now again if you refresh again, you will get the same error. And you can see the red button here. Wait a minute. And you can also see the services also. See, earlier it was running, right? And just refresh it. It will show you in stopped state. See, it was not running. And if you go and see the SSMS for just wait for a while, it will show you a red color play stop button. Okay, it will be changed. See, it was changed. It was stopped now. So if I want to start again, use the same command. Instead of stop, you can just use start. Net start MS SQL server. Now it is starting, guys. See, the SQL service is starting. So in this way, you can able to, sometimes the interest they will ask in how many ways you can able to start, stop, and restart the SQL server. You can do it from services.msc. You can do it from configuration manager. You can do it from SSMS. You can also do it using dash command prompt. Okay, now see here again it was went to green color play button, and then you can refresh it. Okay, in this way you can able to manage agent. Again you have to start manually. So this is how generally the services will be managed, guys. Okay, clear? Any questions, doubts? No questions? Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. If we are good, okay, that's it for now. Okay, we'll disconnect now and we'll again connect in the evening. So we'll start a new topic. Okay. So we'll discuss, guys. If you have any questions, you can just ping me or you can ask me here. We have some time. And also, yesterday night itself, I updated, like, guys. So I gave you the access to the softwares and videos. You just go to the Google Drive, your registered mail ID, left side, click on the shared with me. Till yesterday video it was uploaded. Okay, you can see. I guess maybe you might got an email notification. If not, you can go to your Google Drive, left side shared with me. So you can see the softwares folder, one thing, and the second thing is you can see the videos folder also. So till yesterday night, whatever videos are completed, I just uploaded in that. Just go through that folder and you can watch it. And this video also I'll upload after this class. Okay.
Shanmugh, when we will get the notes?
Notes you will get it maybe today itself. Okay, I'll give the access to the running notes now, and the main notes I'll give you like one part what we are discussing. Okay, the first part I'll give you now. Later, like slowly while discussing each and every topic, you will get the notes.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions, guys?
Hi Shanmugh, this is Raj. I'm not getting the videos.
I will check, Raj. You already have an access to the previous batch. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not the same kind of thing. So we'll check. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? But again, why I'm giving some time, don't, I mean to say, not to play and all, not to go outside. We have 1 hour time, just try to install the SQL server. Okay. Generally by 9:30 we'll close, right? So I just closed early today by 8:30 itself. You have some time, just complete the installation. It is very, very important. At least complete the installation, guys. Okay. Any other questions?
Shanmugh, the features. Can we have brief about the features
One
in
minute.
SQL?
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I have to collect one parcel. Just 1 minute, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Yes, tell me, Omkar. You're asking something? Omkar?
Yeah, Shanmugh.
Yeah, you're asking something. You're the one, you asked me some doubt, right?
Yeah, Shanmugh, we have during installation we have the features, right?
Hmm.
So which feature we need to install? So
Which feature we need to install? Tell me. You tell me which feature we need to install. We already
uh,
discussed these things. What
yeah,
features, specific feature, shared features, specific feature inside specific feature. Again, three features: database engine, replication, full text. What database engine will do? It's the main component which will help you to store, process, retrieve the data. Full text will help you for the searching purpose. Replication is an extra feature. You will get it in the high availability concept, what replication will do and all. And the shared features, client tools connectivity, client tools backward compatibility, SQL client connectivity, SQL client SDK. So all these shared features will be installed for the first time. Second time onwards, we'll install only specific features because shared features will be shared among the instances.
okay. Thank you, Shanmugh.
Yeah.
And
Any
no, the
other?
services are totally depend on you selected the
Correct. Yes.
features.
Correct. What and all features I am selecting, based on that only the services will come. If you
Yeah.
install SSIS, extra
Hmm.
service will come. If you install SSAS, extra service will come. If you install SSRS, again SSRS reporting service will come. So services depends on the features that I am selecting. Okay, very good point. So if I install more features, you'll get more services. But the default, by default, for the DBA, for the SQL Server, these features only will install. So these services only will get it. Other than these features, if you install extra features, you will get extra services.
Got it. So that means project to project depend like
Yes, yes. Project to project, the services will be dependent. Questions? Okay, fine. So if no questions, again, as I said, please try to complete the practice, guys. Okay, at least try to install the SQL Server. You will get an idea. Don't postpone it. Don't time pass. Just, I mean, treat like you have a class till 9:30. Just continue your practice. And then if you stuck at any point, I gave you the access to the videos also, right? So there is no blocking from my side. Nothing is pending, just other than that notes. So videos, softwares, everything I gave you the access. Just start setting up the things. Okay. By evening again, we'll connect in the evening 7 p.m. IST. We'll discuss the other things, guys. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Good day. Bye.
thank you.